Hello to one and all. So in the today's session, we shall see how to use a group of key measures as a slicer. Say for example, till now we have been dealing with the data where we can use product data as a product slicer, the customer data as a customer slicer, or else a date slicer. So all the category oriented data we have been using as a slicer and even in the visual. But have you ever tried using the list of key measures or else cumulative measures or else time comparison measure itself as a slicer? Say like around YTD sales or else QTD sales or else MTD sales as a slicer? No, right? So if not, so this one is for you. So in order to do that, one thing is like we should understand that whenever we are using measures list as a slicer, we should ensure that there is a dynamic connectivity between the visual and the table that is existing within Power BI. So in order to do that, we have 3 to 4 simple steps. So step number 1 is to click on enter data in a Power BI desktop. So I have already launched my Power BI desktop. So launch your Power BI desktop and go to enter data. That will be a step 1 process. Okay, so we shall name our table as slicer selection. And as the first header, we shall give as select measure. And the second header would be index. And under select measures, we would be giving the list of measures that we could select. Say for example, if we are clicking at total sales, we should be getting only total sales in the visual. If we click on total cost, we should be getting only total cost in the entire visual. If we click on sales YTD, we should be getting only YTD sales. If we click on QTD, so whatever measures that you give under here, we would be making that as a dynamic selection. Total sales, we shall give total cost, we shall give total profits, we shall give YTD sales, we shall give QTD sales, and we shall also give MTD sales. And under index, let us give as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So totally we have 6 measures that we have given in this table, and index would be from 1 to 6. So let us load this table. So let our table load. So having done that, we have our table called as slicer selection in place. So let us click on the table and let us go to the data tab in order to know how our table exactly looks like. So the main purpose of index is to ensure that these particular measures are in a particular order with respect to index. So we click on select measure and sort by column, let us give us index. So that's the purpose of index in this table. So having done that, we shall go to a visual pane and we shall take the measure list that we have in this table and we shall take on the canvas and we shall we shall click on slicer so that we can get to know the number of slices that we have given. And we shall format, we shall increase the text size a bit. Let us go to items and let us increase the text size, say to 14, and under select measure we can remove the header if we want. Slicer header, and let us enable the title as select measure. So the main purpose of this selection is to make sure that if we click on total sales, we should be getting only total sales data. If we click on total cost, we should be getting only total cost and nothing else. If we click on total profits, we should be getting only profits, and if we click on YTD sales, we should get only YTD. Similarly for QTD sales and MTD sales. So we require such kind of dynamic connectivity, right? So the step 2 of our process would be to create a dynamic measure that would enable this functionality. So let us go to our table and let us create a measure saying the measure selected is equivalent to select value is to select value from this table, slicer selection that we have created. So measure selected is equal to select the value that we have given in the list, and if at all we are not selecting any of the measure, then provide us a message saying select any measure. So that's what this measure exactly is meant for. So select value provided in the list. If you are not making any selection, then give us this particular message. As simple as that. So this particular measure plays a key role in enabling us the dynamic connectivity. Let us format this to, let it be as text, no problem. So now let us see what exactly this measure speaks all about. Let us take a card visual. Since we haven't made any selection from the measure in the list of measures, we are getting this message. Say if we are selecting total sales, we get total sales here. If we are selecting total cost, we get total cost here. If we are selecting total profits, we get as total profits. If we are selecting YTD sales, we are getting YTD sales. If we are selecting QTD sales, then we get QTD sales. If we select MTD sales, then we get MTD sales. Since we have YTD, QTD and MTD also in place, it is a time comparison measure. So make sure that we are having the date slicer as well. Since year to date, quarter to date and month to date works on the time period, right? So make sure that we have a date slicer also in place. So we already have the dynamic connectivity. So but we require the similar connectivity with this visual as well. So now we are getting a dynamic form of relationship between these two, but we haven't made anything with respect to the values, right? So that will be our next step. So in order to do that, we need to create another measure, and that particular measure depends on this measure. So let us create another measure, and we shall name that particular measure as selection. So let us create a measure and let us name the measure as selection, equals to, now let us use a function called as switch. Switch, give me any of the true condition provided, and let us use the previous measure that we have selected. The measure selected, the first one, the measure selected equals to, make a note here, this is a string, equals to, if it is total sales, then return me the total sales measure. And if the selected measure, that is the measure selected, is equal to total cost, then return me the total cost measure. Similarly, if the measure selected is equal to total profits, then return me the total profits value. Probably it is profits. Let us select profit measure, and if the measure selected is equal to the YTD sales, then return us sales YTD. Since I have renamed as sales YTD, that's the reason I am selecting as sales YTD. Similarly, if the measure selected is equal to QTD sales, then return me the measure sales QTD. Similarly, if the measure selected is equal to MTD sales, then return me sales MTD. Thereby, if at all we are not returning any of this measure, then give me blank. That's it. We are good to go. Now let us see what the result would be. Let us take that measure and see what it says. The name of the measure is selection. Since we haven't made any selection, we are getting the result as blank. If we are clicking on total sales, make a comparison. Total sales is 40,656. Sales is 40,656. Let us put a comma there. Let us format the measure. Let us also make this as dollars, since we have the result in dollars. See, if you make a comparison now, if we have this total sales value which are already existing in the measure list, and if you see a total sales over here, it is the same. Similarly, for total cost, now compare the total cost values: 28,468, 28,468, 18,688, 18,688, 77,922, 77,922, and so on for all the products. And similarly for profits: 12,188, 1,288, 10,528, 10,528. Similarly, for total cost, YTD sales 1,848, 1,848, 1,826, 1,826. Similarly for YTD sales. And we have the same for QTD sales 1,848, 1,848, 1,826, 1,826. Similarly for MTD sales, we have the same result henceforth. We have it for everything. For all the measures, now the selection measures becomes dynamic in nature. But if you have a clear notice, the header happens to be a small demerit. But over here in the beginning, as we have already done, we have the dynamic card which gives us things dynamically. If you click on total sales, we get it as total sales. If you click on total cost, we get it as total cost, and so on. So now what we do is we envelop the header dynamically. Let us have a look at the format conditions of the header that has been set over here in the visual. Let us look at the style and the grid. Sorry, that's column headers. Sorry about that. Let us go to column headers. Since we need to convert this particular element as an header which is present in the table visual. Let us select the table and let us have a look at the formatting additions. Text size of the column headers happens to be 14. Font family happens to be CGI UI. So let us now go to the data label. Let us make the text size as 14 and let us select the font family as CGI UI, and let us also remove measure selected from this. That's the category. Let us also have a look at the size of the height and width. Width is 934, height is 582. Let's go here and adjust things accordingly. Now, in order to have a look at the real-time impact, let us remove all these measures and see how it exactly works. And also click at this envelope. In order to envelope this particular measure, let us click at this particular header that we have created, and now let us go to format. Over here we have an option called as bring forward. Let us click on that and click on bring to front. Now we don't have any issue with respect to formatting conditions. Now let us click on the table visual and let us remove all the other implicit measures that we had created earlier, and let us keep only the dynamic measure that we have created. And now let us format it once again. Let us click at the element that we have created. Let us go to format. Let us make it bring to front. Now if you click at total sales, we get total sales values. If you click at total cost, we get the total cost values. If you click at total profits, we get the total profits value. If you click at YTD sales, we get the YTD sales value. If you click at QTD sales, then you get the QTD sales value. Observe the header as well. That's what our main motive was. If you click on MTD sales, we get the MTD sales value. Everything is dynamic, right? So if you want to make a comparison, if you don't click at any of this thing, then we get a message saying select any measure. So you should be selecting any measure for sure. So if you want to make any sort of comparison, then let us take at some bar chart. Let's make it Control Z. Let me take a bar chart. Now let us take a dynamic measure, selection, and put it under values. Now under axis, let us take products. Same whatever we have here. Now you would find everything dynamic. We have total sales here. We get the total sales value. Now if we have total cost, we get the total cost value. If you click on total profits, we get the profits value. Similarly for YTD, QTD and MTD. As simple as that. If you want to have a look at the interaction with respect to date, instead of products, you can select date under the axis. Total sales with respect to month and year, total cost with respect to month and year, and total profits with respect to month and year, YTD sales with respect to month and year, QTD sales with respect to month and year, MTD sales with respect to month and year. So everything is dynamic, right? So this is how you do it. Alright guys, so have a great day and thanks a lot for watching. Please do like and subscribe to the channel for the further updates, and wish you all the best, and till then, happy analyzing. Thank you very much.